Hey Aries, happy mid-June. Do you believe it? We're almost at the end of June. July is the 6th month. We're almost at the middle of the year. I do not believe how quickly things move. So thank you for coming to my channel. You have come to Ten of Cups Tarot. My name is Elsie. If you are here brand new, thank you for stopping by here. I hope that you'll take a moment to watch a video, give me a thumbs up somewhere, and hopefully that you will hit the bell on the bottom right hand side that will allow you to receive notifications when I do any other uploads. That way you don't have to worry about me. I will notify you. So I'm doing your reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Today, Aries, I am using a new deck. The new deck I have is the Divine Energy Oracle, and I'm using that for some overall energy for the reading, also for some information and information from Spirit halfway through here. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot for your reading. We're doing the 9-card spread, and then we're going to clarify with the Universal Celtic Tarot. So, excuse me, let's get these things out of the way here, and let's start with the Divine Energy Oracle. We need 3 cards, please, for Sun, Moon, Rising. Wow, these aren't shuffling. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There we go. For the sign of Aries, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We need overall energy for this read, please. If we could have 3 cards for our Aries folks. All right, 3 cards, please. 3 cards. There we go, Aries, 3 cards. Overall energy for this read. Well, there's one here, so I'm going to take that one. We've got refine your attention. Refine your attention. Okay, so I feel as though there's something in the background, Aries, that you're ignoring. You need to pay attention to that thing. If you do not pay attention to that thing, it's going to result in a tower. It's going to result in something falling because you have put it on the back burner and you are not paying attention to it currently. So refining your attention. Interesting. We need 2 more cards, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. 2 more cards for the overall energy of this read. Aries, Sun, Moon, woo, Rising, and Venus, and Jupiter. Okay, threw cards all over. I'm going to pick up the ones face down and take the one face up. Be patient. Now this is a tall order for an Aries. Aries is always the one at the back of the bus pushing everyone forward. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So be patient. Whatever it is that you need to refine your attention on, be patient. You don't have to get that thing done immediately. You can be patient with it. Think about it though. Don't put it to the back of your mind, because when you do that and you forget about it or you try to ignore it, that's when Spirit is going to throw you that tower. We've got one sticking out here. I'm going to take it. We have engage higher reason. So the reason that you have been ignoring this thing that is on the back burner is because you are not engaging with your higher brain. So engaging with your higher brain, engaging reason, and just finding maybe some peace about the situation that is at hand right now. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I've already prayed over these cards. I'm just going to get your energy all over them here, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If I could call in my angels and guides, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for our Aries friends. We need 9 cards, please. What would you like our Aries friends to know regarding love, finances, anything that Spirit would like Aries to know? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the last half of June 2020. There we go. Alrighty. Here we are. 9 cards, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We start with the 9 of Cups. Then we move to the 6 of Swords. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Page of Swords in the upright. The Three of Swords in the upright. 2 more cards, please, for our Aries folks. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sign of Aries for the end of June 2020. We have the last 2 cards falling out. 4 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. The energy that we're dealing with here is the Nine of Pentacles. So I have a feeling I'm speaking to someone, an Aries who is single, someone who may have started their own business, or someone who is doing very well in their corporate gig. You are making your pentacles, though, that's for sure. This is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You know, these Earth energy signs are really good at making money, really good at saving money. You know, as an Earth sign myself, we really do love beautiful things. We aren't necessary hoarders of things, but we do like our environments to be pretty and comfortable. So that's what this is. This is all about Earth energy, very grounded energy. You are either thinking about being single, or you have become single, and you are now thinking about ways that you might change your life in terms of how you use your finances in now that you have found your new freedom. Okay, let me take a look here. So this is past, present, future, Aries, or it can be read this way, past, present, future. So I like to read the whole way around, but the first place I like to start is the heart of the matter, which is the center of your reading. And here we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. When the Seven of Cups is in the upright, it is all about a lot of opportunity. It can be a lot about confusion. I feel like you no longer are confused about something or someone that you have been thinking about. So that you may have had a lot of options, perhaps when you became single, you had a lot of options. Oh, wow. Under here is the Ten of Cups with your Nine of Pentacles, which is interesting. So you became single and it was really wonderful. So I feel as though you no longer feel confused about all the options that you have, that you've been thinking about how to move forward, and I think you have a plan. So I think that you have come to a point where you no longer are confused. You're no longer looking at everything as a whole. You have honed in on one thing, and you are going to refine your attention, right? That's what you've done here. That's what this card is all about, refining your attention. And, you know, although the Seven of Cups can be overwhelming because you have so many options, it's about refining your attention and putting that thing at the forefront of your mind so you can just get it off your plate. You know, everybody has karma. We all have to clean our karma. We all have to deal with karmic lessons. And I believe that you are waking up, Aries, and you are deciding that it is time for you to take care of business. Things that have been on the back burner for too long, it is time for you to take care of business. All right. So in the past energy here, what I see first is wow. So the energy here tells me that your hopes and dreams to come true. So we start the reading with your wishes and hopes and dreams coming true. Your wishes fulfilled. And part of that fulfillment of wishes is that you moved away. And that may have been one of the things that happened when you became single. So you moved away, started life brand new. It hasn't been easy. It's been choppy. The water's been choppy. You've been trying to get to calmer waters, less chaos. You have been living in chaos for a while, emotional chaos, as well as, you know, things that have been said to you and done to you. Oh, I just got the heaviest feeling that the Aries I'm speaking to has finally released themselves from a union where they were being emasculated. So if this is you, if this is some union that you were in where somebody was hard on you, was Yeah, verbally abusing. That's what I'm hearing. Verbally abusing you. So if somebody was verbally abusing you, yeah, I'm watching a couple go at it. You know, the thing is that I see the kids in the bedroom trying to entertain themselves while they hear people, their parents yelling at each other. It's a girl and a boy, and the girl is hugging the boy. The boy is younger, and she's trying to keep him... oh, it's breaking my heart. She's trying to keep him entertained or busy so he doesn't hear everything that's going on with the arguing. So I feel like this is one of the reasons why you moved away. And I think it was because of love, because you love the children. And I think that you felt as though it was much easier for there to be peace within the home, within the relationship, if you decided in terms of love for your kids that you just couldn't be in this union anymore. Oh, that breaks my heart. So it is your wishes fulfilled to move away because of love. And I don't believe it's because you have love for anyone else. I believe it's because it's just because you just got tired of the children being terrorized. And so I think you were patient. You know, it says be patient. I think you were very patient as you could be. You overstayed your welcome because you had a plan to put into place. You had this plan that you were putting into place. You were feeling overwhelmed, too many options, not sure where to start. And then finally you came into this Seven of Cups in reverse, which is making a decision and, you know, pinpointing something, making a plan and deciding to go with one thing rather than looking at everything else as a whole. You engaged your higher reason, you engaged your brain, your higher brain, and you started looking at things logically. Now, all of the Aries that I know are very logical thinkers, but can be very fiery and can be provoked. It is not hard to start an argument with someone who is very sure of themselves, someone who's very confident. Just attack their person and there you go, you're off to the races. So I think one of the reasons that you moved away from the chaos is because you love the kids. And you knew that you could be a better parent to them if you were in a different location. When you had them to yourself, you could then create this bond with the kids that you couldn't while you were in this union. Whew, it's heavy energy, Aries, heavy, heavy. So the Nine of Swords in the current energy here shows that, yeah, this really wasn't how you expected it or wanted it to end. And every night you think about this, you are thinking about the connections and communications you've had with not only within your union, but with family members as well. I feel like it was a long relationship and that your family members were not in favor of you leaving, but they really didn't know the abuse, the verbal abuse that you had been enduring day after day. And they didn't see how upset the children were day after day. So, you took your cup of love, your Knight of Cups here, you took your cup of love and you took off. You're waiting for the kids to be able to come visit you in your own home. It still doesn't make you feel any better, but Aries, it is far better for you to have a relationship to build with your kids away from the chaos. And yeah, it just is better that way. I feel as I say that, my heart gets a little more settled. I'm not as full of anxiety. I did feel anxiety at the pit of my stomach, really. So the Seven of Cups here, you had a plan and you decided to figure out what thing to do next. You did some reading. You decided to maybe research what it's going to take to buy a house. Page of Swords is someone who's learning, right? They're learning something. So I believe that you decided to look about, you know, what can I do? What is the easiest way that I can get out of this relationship and stop causing chaos with the minimal, well, you know, with hurting people minimally. I feel as though you felt like you were on this tightrope or ready to fall off the cliff. And then you decided, okay, I'm going to take my power back and I'm going to look at ways that I can either circumvent the arguments that we're having, or ways that I can move away, take the children. What's this going to cost me legally? Maybe I should get a consultation with a lawyer. This was the ideas that came from you, just, engaging higher reason, engaging with your higher brain, trying to be patient, not being, not running out the door and saying, that's it, I'm done. But you refined your intention here, or attention, to make a plan. What I see in the future here is this has been hard on you, and you are taking some heartbreak away with you. So it wasn't your intention to break up the family. It wasn't your intention not to be in this marriage for the rest of your life. This was a lifelong thing, and you thought it would end up that way, but it didn't. So I see you into the future still taking some of that heartbreak with you. This card, it is disturbing a lot of the times when I look at it, because that depiction really shows someone who is in pain, someone who's being pulled in a lot of directions and is trying not to let their heart break. So all the Aries that I know are very, very studious on the outside. They're very serious. They're very confident. They know what to do. They can make a decision. They can move forward. But really, this is what's going on underneath. So I'm sorry if that's happening to you. And of course, you would be a little bit defensive. So the Four of Pentacles is about not really sharing anything, not sharing your love, not sharing your thoughts, not being vulnerable, keeping everything close to the chest, making sure that you don't get hurt again. All it is survival mode, really. So this is about, surviving life and not really living it. And then you decided that, I'm going to look at this as an opportunity that, yeah, I'm single, but there still is a Ten of Pentacles out there for me. So you have decided that you're going to be single, and that you're going to start something new, whether that's a new relationship or a new job. Maybe you're going to build a business. Maybe you're going to finally plant the intentions that you've had for a very long time. I think that you've been unhappy in your marriage, but you've been trying to hold it together with, thread and needle. And finally, you have decided that you're going to do something for you. You're going to build something, start something brand new, something that could very well be lucrative. Wow, that was pretty heavy reading, Aries. Whew. Okay, let me take a breath. Then what I see here is that your Nine of Cups here, your hopes, wishes come true, but it is still a painful thing. With the Nine of Swords, it's very painful to have to go through something like this, and it really did break your heart because you didn't think it would end this way. You have decided to go away where there is less chaos because your children are being terrorized by the chaos in your home, and you decided to devise a plan to stop looking at everything, all of the options. You made a plan and went with the plan. It ended up with you being, taking your money and leaving. Really, you ended up getting what you needed, and you just took off and kept moving. Started to build this new family, right? Started to build your home, started to make a place for your kids. The Knight of Cups here is, saying sorry. I'm sorry this didn't work out. I believe this is the love that you have for your children, though, in this Knight of Cups. I think that you are their savior. You're the one on the white horse. That's your white horse, the one's coming in to save them from all the chaos and craziness that's been going on in this relationship. You decided to get some knowledge because knowledge really is power, and that's what the Page of Swords is about. Communication and connection, learning how to communicate with others so you can make connection and move forward. So you could have this Ace of Pentacles, so you could build something brand new and start again. Okay. So let's look at some clarifications here, because sometimes the story does change when you clarify. So why is the Nine of Cups here, please? Clarify the Nine of Cups. What is the Nine of Cups, please? What is the Nine of Cups? What is the Nine of Cups? Why is the Nine of Cups here, please? Not giving me anything, eh? Lots of thinking going on here today. Lots of thinking. 9 of Cups. The other reading I just did was the same thing. Didn't want to give me cards. Just thinking. Thinking. What we have here is the World in reverse. So you really, it is your wish, hopes, and dreams to close this chapter, but it's not done yet. So, the World. I think that you and your family had planned on traveling, but that's not going to happen now. It's now time to close this chapter because it's painful. It has been your hopes, wishes, and dreams that you would travel as a family and take another trip. That's not going to happen because you and your ex can't get along. Why else do we have the 9 of Cups here, please? 9 of Cups is the Ace of Cups. You just want to love something again. You want to feel love. The Ace of Cups is about brand new love. It's about things starting fresh. It's about you coming out of that hard cocoon that you were in, that you had pulled yourself away from friends and family, and that you were so caught up in this world in the reverse that you'd forgot that there was people around you that really loved you and supported you. I believe the Ace of Cups is that they're loving and supporting people in your life that came to your aid and showed you that there still is love. That there still is love and a fresh start in love, and you just kept moving, because I think that might have been the nail in the casket, right? Is having a talk with someone who is a friend or a mother or sister, cousin, somebody you have trust with, and that person said, look, you are going to find love wherever you go. So you know, if that means that you need to get a reprieve for your children, then you need to do that thing. Don't worry about love. It will find you when it's time. Do we have anything else for the 9 of Cups, please? Anything else for the 9 of Cups? Nope. Nada. Okay. Spirit not talking much on the clarifying today. 6 of Swords, please. Could I have a clarification on the 6 of Swords? We can't do half the deck. That's not good. Why is the 6 of Swords here, please? What kind of chaos are we dealing with? Why is the 6 of Swords here? All right, so we have one here. 6 of Swords is the Knight of Pentacles. So you just needed to have a brand new start. Knight of Pentacles is about moving towards something brand new and bringing in perhaps love to someone else. You could have someone else on your mind, someone who is either Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You could have someone else on your mind who you feel that you could go to, who might be an earth sign, doesn't have to be, but someone you could go to who's going to help you cull the chaos. So who's, you know, going to help bring you to shore and help you to level out just a little bit. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles is usually the card of feeling left out in the cold, but I don't know, you guys, what do you think? Take a look at this face here. She didn't look all that sad. She's really happy to be by herself, to be back in tune with herself, to be able to hear her own thoughts. So he or she, whoever this is to you, someone who is able to make peace with themselves, and I think that's what your earth sign has or is going to help you with. Why do we have the 6 of Swords here, please? Anything more for the 6 of Swords? New start. So you're moving away because you needed a new start, and you needed to build something different. 3 of Pentacles. You needed to go ahead and build something for yourself because whatever you had here was not working out. There you are, the Emperor, Aries, right? You're taking charge, and that's what the Aries does. You took charge of the situation, you assessed it, you decided what the plan was, and you executed the plan. And that's exactly what an Aries does. It wasn't without thought, of course. You didn't want to go, Aries. You checked things out every which way, backwards, forwards, and it was the only way that it was going to result in everyone getting what they needed. Why is the 9 of Cups, or the Knight of Cups here, please? Why is the Knight of Cups here, please? Why is the Knight of Cups here? The Knight of Cups is here because, yeah, you were leaving. 8 of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you, and what no longer served you was the relationship. So you've decided to sacrifice the 8 to go after the 2 because you deserve love as well. So I believe you took the children and you went. You went because of love. Anything else for the Knight, please? We have the Knight of Cups, again, clarifying the Knight of Cups, doing it in love, maybe taking an apology into someone else. 6 of Wands is about success. You just wanted to live kindly and in love with your children. Ace of Wands, you're very passionate about being in, having them in an environment that was loving, that there was no arguing and fighting, that they no longer had to take solace in each other, that you could give them comfort. You fought as hard as you could to keep this relationship together, but you had to go start brand new. You had to get out. You had to start something brand new and on your own because there was no way that you were strong enough to endure the abuse that you had been taking for too many years. So, yeah, you had to take your strength and your new start and head out. And it didn't make you happy, but you did it for your children. So the 9 of Swords is here. Why? 9 of Swords is here because of the 6 of Pentacles. You hadn't had reciprocity in a very long time in this relationship, and that was part of the thing that kept you up at night. You started feeling as though you weren't worth it, that you weren't worthy of love, that you weren't worthy of reciprocity. 6 of Pentacles is about money, of course, and it's about sharing, right? And you were hoping that you could just take your share and head out. 5 of Wands is in the reverse. You no longer had to think about it. There was no inner confusion about that. You just decided that once you were not getting the reciprocity any longer, you got tired of fighting about it and just decided that there was no way that you could think it over anymore, that it was just what you had to do in order to move forward. All right, so 7 of Cups in the reverse. Why is that here? 7 of Cups is in the reverse because of the 7 of Pentacles. You needed to sow the seeds of intention. So you've been planning this for a while. It hasn't been overnight or suddenly. You didn't just engage higher reason quickly and overnight just disappear. You've been planning this for a while. You've been sowing the seeds of intention and had an intent to move on. But you needed to do it in a way that didn't alarm the kids. And then we have the King of Pentacles. You are a good provider, and you needed to provide for these kids. You needed to provide a good home, a place where you would have enough money to be able to support them and you whenever they came to see you. You know, the King of Pentacles is someone who is financially stable. That person is also very charitable, and this is you. This is your energy. Charitable, stable, and that's really all you wanted for your kids. We have the 3 of Wands, which tell me that you did have to wait. You waited and you planned. You didn't run out right away. 10 of Wands was because you needed to drop your burdens. You couldn't walk this plank, you know, blindfolded anymore. You never knew what you were coming into. One day you would come home from work and it would be wonderful. The next day you would come home from work and things would blow up in your face. So you were constantly walking on these fire, what do you call them? Actions. I guess the wands are actions, right? People have taken against you. And I think that you felt as though you were walking a maze, that if you walked one way, you might fall off the edge. If you walked the other way, you might get burned. So you really didn't have any choice at this point. Why is the Page of Swords here, please? What is about the learning? Page of Swords, please. Why is the Page of Swords here, please? Page of Swords is here because you are learning about resurrection. You're learning about perhaps you had a chance. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You had a chance to move this forward a while ago. And yeah, I'm hearing it's been a year or so, like a year and a half or a year and a bit. You had a chance to make a judgment on this relationship, but you decided to work it out, to work on it, because this is the person you were married to. This was your forever person, all the while thinking of the person that actually was your person, the person who is coming from the past, the person who is, oh, you have been looking at this person online. Understood. Page of Swords, right? So you've been watching this person and learning about them. The person that was going to come from the past, or is going to come from the past, the relationship you're going to resurrect. You have had this on your mind the whole time, and knowing that you could get the kind of love that you want with this other person, tells me that you kind of have been keeping track of them online because you're thinking about coming back from the past to find out if they want to resume this relationship or not. All right. Anything else here? We have Eight of Swords, and you are going to do this relatively quickly. Why is the Three of Swords here, please? Three of Swords is here because of the Magician. You manifested this. You manifested this heartbreak so you could continue to move. Seven of Wands tells me that you're very defensive about the move, but that you needed to get that manifestation in line so you could keep moving. Seven of Swords tells me that you felt that you were being deceived in your marriage, and so you had to go, that there was deception in the marriage here. The Hierophant is here, right? Deception in the marriage, and you had to get out of that deception. Why is the Four of Pentacles here, please? Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Woo! Four of Pentacles is here because of the Nine of Swords. You're closed off because you were keeping you up at night. And there was no justice here. Justice is in the reverse. There was no justice, and you needed to get away because the way that the life was going at that time was just so confusing. You needed to turn this in the upright or in the reverse in order to make a plan and something that you and the kids could handle as a new life. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here, please? Ace of Pentacles, please. Woo! Ace of Pentacles is here because of the King of Cups. Yeah, it looks like you're going to go out and start love brand new. You are going to find your soulmate, someone from the past, I believe. And then we have Six of Swords in the reverse. Once you find that person, you are not going to let them go. You are not leaving. You are not going to let them go. Nine of Cups that is your wish and your hope. That you would find this soulmate and that you would continue this relationship. I'm going to ask Spirit here if we can have any other information for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got 4 cards. Let's see what we've got. We have take the lead. That's what you do, Aries. You are the leader. Reevaluate your priorities. I believe that's what you're into right now. Accept disappointments gratefully. Sometimes marriage is not forever. People don't change when they're supposed to. Address your addictions. If you have any addictions, please take care of those and be open to love. This isn't the end. This isn't the end here. So be open to love. Be open to this brand new love that's going to start. I think it's your wishes, hopes, and dreams that you do. All right, Aries, I hope that resonated with someone. If you are interested with a reading for me, you can look down below. My email address is there as well as my website. If you have any comments, please leave them if this resonated. Thank you so much. Bye,